Today I'm going to be showing you guys the best value meta icons in FIFA 23 so you can get the best player for the least amount of coins. If you're tired of coming up against teams like this, you can get some foot coins through MMO EXP using the link down below. You can also use code JambooUK for 5% off. So the way this is going to work is I'm going to go through each position and tell you guys the best value icon. So what I mean by this is the most effective player for the least price. You'll see what I mean. This will help you out. If you need an icon for any position, I've got you covered. Let's try and hit 300 likes and remember to subscribe and get me to 100k. But for now, let's get into it. Okay, so starting off in goal, we've got Schmeichel, and to be honest with you, I wouldn't really recommend getting any icon keeper. The only way you should be doing that is if you don't have a choice, like chemistry-wise, and you need one in. He's the best value purely on the basis that he's the cheapest and he's 6'4". Height seems to be the most important thing for goalkeepers on this game. Nothing incredible about him. You know, you're going to see a lot better keepers like Donnarumma, Courtois. But if you do need an icon keeper, this is probably your best bet in terms of saving money. So next up we do have Zanetti at fullback. And this card can actually play a number of positions. You don't ever want to use this card at left mid. Just don't ever do that. But he can play left back and right back, which makes him quite versatile. Argentina as well. And he's actually pretty decent. You know, he's fairly quick. He's all right on the ball. He's got a 4-star weak foot with good passing. He can defend. He's got good stamina. So if you need a cheap fullback where chemistry is not an issue, Zanetti is not a bad option at all. Next up, interesting one this. This guy is very versatile. I've actually got him in as a centre-back spot. As you can see, he can play cam or centre-back. What a weird card that is. But he's quick. He's great on the ball. His passing's good. He can defend. He's physical. If you need a cheap centre-back, this guy is honestly a really good shout. He's 6'4". He's quick. He's good on the ball. That agility and balance means he's going to get to the through balls as well. And he's French, so he's going to give a lot of really good chemistry to a lot of popular players. I would recommend this guy very highly. And he's also really good as like a centre mid CDM. Don't actually play him as a cam. He's not cut out for that. But centre mid, CDM, centre back, this guy is right up there. Next up, one of the best value SBCs we have seen in a long time. And he's also cheap and good value on the market as well. It is Maldini. Comes as a left back, but you don't ever want to use him as a left back. You of course want to play him in that centre back position. 87 pace. That is ahead of the power curve, and the power curve's getting higher every week. He is so good. That defending is insane. He's got good stamina. He's okay in the air. The strength and aggression don't matter as much when you've got that elite defending and pace, because he's got the recovery. He's going to be able to step in and make a tackle. He's got really high composure, reactions. His passing's good enough to play out the back as well. And it's just Maldini. We know what he's like on FIFA. Get him in the team. You will not regret it. We then have another Italian. It is Zambrotta. Really, really nice card, actually. Versatile as well, like Zanetti. He can play left back, right back. Good pace, good passing. 5-star weak foot, 4-star skills as well, by the way. Excellent physically, great defending. Really, really good option. Either fullback position. I'd recommend him over Zanetti easily. So if you're going to choose a cheap icon fullback, make sure it's Zambrotta. I think he's the best one for sure. But then have Baby Essien. And in terms of when you're looking at a CDM, if you're looking at players like Kante, for example, Casemiro, like this guy is just so much better and he's so cheap as well. Around 100k coins. This is his baby card, so it doesn't have the 4-star weak foot, but it is better than his mid still, in my opinion, because he has like 6 or 7 more pace. You can also start him as a centre mid, but I'd recommend playing this guy as a CDM for sure. Great defending, physically really nice as well. A little bit stiff on the ball, I can't lie. 73 dribbling, 73 agility is not ideal. But he's your CDM. He's just going to win the ball and pass it off to someone else. Essien is also just a player that I think people would want to use. So he's definitely a really nice option at CDM for a cheap icon. Next up, we do have Nedved. He's always really underrated in my opinion on FIFA. I don't know what it is. He just doesn't really get a look in. And I think he should. So he's a left mid. He's got good pace. He's got the 5-star weak foot, 4-star skills as well. He's got really nice physical stats. You know, for someone that's that good at dribbling, you don't often get that. 90 dribbling, 88 ball control with 80 aggression, 75 strength. He's just a really good playmaker, and he's clinical as well. With that pace, shooting, passing and dribbling, to be honest, he is a really, really good versatile player, because you could play this guy out wide as like a left or right attacking mid, potentially even a cam if you don't mind not having the 5-star skills, but you could actually use this guy as a centre mid / ball playing CDM as well, because he's physically good enough where he's going to be able to step in and win the ball, but his playmaking and recovery pace is going to be excellent in those positions. So I think this card is extremely underrated, and it's definitely one that I think you guys should give a try, because he's so cheap and he's just so well rounded as well. So next up, another little bit of a different shout, we do have John Barnes. Now this guy, you can start him at left mid, left wing or cam. He's 4-star, 4-star. I think in terms of a wide midfielder, like a left mid, right wing, sorry, left wing, left attacking mid, any of those wide attacking positions, this guy is so solid. He has got the strength, he's got the pace, he's clinical, he's good on the ball, English links as well, which is always helpful. He's just one of those players where you're going to through ball down the line, he's going to either get in with his pace or muscle off the fullback, and he's very underrated, super cheap, and I definitely recommend giving him a try. He's got the outside of the foot shot as well for those Trivela shots, and he's definitely one that's really, really good value. Next up, a card I actually really like in FIFA. It is Kaká. I do think they've done him extremely dirty. Like, how does Kaká only have 79 finishing? I have no idea. However, he's got the 5-star skills. He feels really smooth in game as well. I'm not sure whether he has his own unique animations, but there's something about him that feels really, really nice in game. I recommend any of Kaká's cards. I think he's a really good player on the game. Super good dribbling, decent strength as well. His playmaking's really good, and he does also have the finesse shot. His finesse shot is actually crazy. If you can get that lined up, he's very clinical with that. I'd recommend a hunter on him, and you can play him at cam, striker, out wide on the wing. Any of those forward positions, he can do the job, because he's got the pace, strength, dribbling and passing ability to be able to do that. So I definitely recommend him as also a fun player as well, because he is really fluid with the skill moves. So I found it hard to come up with cheap icon strikers, because there's not too many good ones for a reasonable budget. However, JambooUK is actually pretty decent. 4-star, 4-star is something I'm not a big fan of, but it's definitely not the worst. What he does have is the outside of the foot shot trait, and he is clinical as well. The one thing about this card is it is clinical. You want to play him as either a cam or a striker, potentially like on the right hand side, out wide as well. But he's physically good, his dribbling's really nice, but the main thing about this is his finishing, shot power and long shots are insane. Like, if you get this guy in front of goal, he is not going to miss. So for about 90k I think he is definitely worth a punt if you're in need of a cheap striker. So finishing off the team, we do have the World Cup Crespo. He has that 5-star weak foot upgrade as well. I've hit 20-0 with this guy up front. He is so clinical. The thing that's bad about him is his passing honestly just reeks. Like, it's so bad. However, if you can just get this guy in front of goal, he finishes everything. So I recommend giving him a try for sure. He's really good in the air, feels smooth enough on the ball, clinical, and quick enough as well. So he's a really good option for around 100k. You're not going to get much better in terms of strikers, so he's a really good one to go for. But guys, those are the cheap icons that I would recommend you picking up. I hope this helped you. I think it should. Like, if you're in need of any of these positions, all of these cards are really good for a really cheap price. I upload videos every single day helping you get better at FIFA. So if that's something that you're interested in, please do hit that subscribe button, leave a like if you enjoyed, and comment down below who is your favourite cheap player. I'll catch you on the next one, and peace.